Hello everyone. It's Melissa Faust from stampwithmelissa.com and welcome to today's live video. It is Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. It's 5 p.m. Central, which is my local time, and I am so excited to be here with you today. Part of me is like, wow, it's already the 9th of December, and the other part of me is like, it's only the 9th. And I think it's a mix of the two because there's a part of my brain that feels like December 25th is the last day of December, and then like the whole week after is like no man's land. it's just, yeah, you don't know what day it is. Yeah, all that. Anyway, I don't know if I'm alone in that thought, but as you join me, whether you are watching live or on the replay, please leave a comment and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I love to go back and look at the comments as well. So I am going to say hi to Marva and Anne, who are joining me on YouTube and Facebook. My live videos stream to both locations every single week, and on Facebook they stay live or they stay around, I should say, for 30 days, and anytime you can go over to YouTube and catch them all from all the years. Hi Lori, hi Alicia, hi Patty, you're excited about free shipping. I know. Patty, you said you might stay up and order tonight. Well, I know you're in Minnesota, so you mean you're gonna order way early in the morning tomorrow. I'm really excited too. I will talk about that in a second in case you're like, what, free shipping? But my cart is mostly ready. I will probably add more to it, but I've got stuff in it and I'm ready to wake up tomorrow and click place. So anyway, okay, so we have a lot of fun things to cover today. Let me get my workspace a little cleaner-ish. I've got my little bin of things again. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And from Indiana, welcome. Hi Mom. We have a full out snowstorm happening here in Minnesota. I am the most thrilled human on the planet because I love snow and I love snowstorms, and just let it snow. So I'm really excited today. Okay, let me flip my camera down here so you can see my desktop, and let's go ahead and take a look. So I thought, I started this last week, but I thought it would be nice each week during my live videos just to do a quick touch base on everything that's going on, classes wise, all that good stuff. So anyway, some of this will be repeat from last week. One thing is repeat, and that's the first thing we'll talk about. I wanted to show you my December club cards, or remind you that December club is open still for 11 more days. You can join us for the Pop-Up Petals club kit. So that's the awesome set. Now the packaging, we have new packaging. I did mention this last week too, I think, but I converted mine back into the old packaging. And anyway, that's why mine looks different. So Pop-Up Petals, a really, really super fun bundle. And we've got some fun club cards. So I'm going to show those to you. And I'll just do this quick because I know I showed them last week too. If you don't want to see, look away. But we've got, look at those fun pop-up pieces. So you are going to get supplies to make 2 of each of these cards. So you make 8 total. I'm sorry, it's 6 cards. And then this time we also have a fun, this one is not a fun fold, but yeah, Lori said, disclaimer, not every Minnesotan feels excited about snow. I know, but I will feel the excitement for those of you who are not excited. Okay. And then the last project is a little seed packet holder, and I am even including the seed packets this time. So anyway, those are the projects. I'm going to take them away in case you're a current club member and you didn't want to see what they look like. Now you can open your eyes again. But anyway, so club sign up is open through December 20th. That's next Saturday. It's super duper fun. It's $45 a month shipped. It includes all those pre-cut supplies for those 8 projects. It also includes a goodie bag. So think DSP, embellishments, usually ribbon. This month we're not doing ribbon, we're doing Wink of Stella. So, think things like that. And what else is in there? You get the PDF tutorial, you get access to a really fun and welcoming Facebook group. So that's our community. We also do a birthday list, which I was the very blessed recipient of. Last week was my birthday, and I got so many cards. You guys, I'm still getting cards. It is like the best thing, right? Because when you're a card maker and you have people to send cards to, your birthday is not one day. It's like several weeks long, and I love it. So that's always so exciting. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Anne. Hi, Deborah. I am so excited. Oh, okay. Anne says she lives in Michigan, but she's with me on the snow, so yay. Okay, so then speaking of pop-up petal, to sign up for club, I was getting ahead of myself. To sign up for club, you can go to club.stampwithmelissa.com. Melissa's 1L, 2 S's. If you don't type that in right, I guess you won't end up on my site. But anywho, head over there to get signed up. It is a PayPal subscription, and if you're interested in trying it out for just 1 month, if you don't want to do the full membership, and you can cancel anytime, but if you don't want to do a membership, you can do 1 month for $50. Just send me an email and I'll get you that link, okay? Oh, I have something in my eye. Okay, anyway, speaking of Pop-Up Petals bundle, these two bundles here, so Pop-Up Petals and Friendly Foliage, these are going to be featured at the end of the month in my holiday break craft along. Fun fold craft along. It's all fun folds. I partnered with 5 other demonstrators to bring you a fun craft along for that time between Christmas and New Year's when nobody knows what day it is. We don't know what's happening. So you can join us for a craft along. All of my videos will be recorded for that week. And so you can watch them anytime. My plan is to have them posted by 10 a.m. Central every morning from December 28th through January 2nd. But the registration for this is open. The link is in the description of this video. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, just click see more. If you don't see it in the description, click see more. You'll see all the things. Club link is there and the craft along link is there as well. But you will get cardstock. So we give you full sheets of cardstock. That way, if you want to mix and match any colors or patterns or anything like that, you can do that. You get the cardstock, you get all of the die cut and punched pieces that are not part of these bundles. So for example, if we have a stylish shaped circle, that will be included for you. All that good stuff. You get lots of good product, you get a fun little gift, and it's packaged so cute. And anyway, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I thought, I have not done this before, and I did not clear it with the people that I'm partnering with, so just don't tell on me. I thought I would show you my projects. So it's 12 projects total, 2 per day. And oh, yay, I'm so excited that you just signed up for the craft along. I do have limited kits, just so you know as well, just so that I can make sure these are going to ship out before Christmas. So just make sure that you get signed up ASAP if you're planning. But anyway, let me show you the projects we're going to make on my day. Okay, so this is the first card. Isn't that cute? I love these colors together. They're wintry, but not winter. And then it pops up like this. So that is the first project, and a cute little belly band, because you know these pop-up pieces for pop-up petals, they really like to expand. So that belly band says, no, lay down. And then this fun card as well. So these are my projects. There are 10 more included throughout the craft along. The videos will be, they're not going to be on Facebook for the craft along because they're recorded. So they're all going to be on YouTube. Facebook doesn't allow me to post like a long video on Facebook. Reels are okay because they're like 90 seconds or less, but I can't post like a long recorded video. So everything's going to be on YouTube. I will post on Facebook each day the link to the YouTube video so you can come over and watch that day's video. Like I said, replays available. Anybody's welcome to watch the videos. And if you want that kit, make sure you sign up because it's going to be a fun one. Okay. All right. So that is the craft along. Let me move these out of the way. And then I have 2 other things to share with you before we get started with the cards for today, the projects we're going to make today. Oh my gosh, everything's falling because that's just what happens. Okay. All right. That's good. Okay. You might have seen, this is the new packaging, by the way. I still have something in my eye. I apologize. This is weird, but there's an eyelash in there and it's bugging me. Okay. This is what the new packaging looks like. And I'm totally borrowing these from Ann Parks, who's watching. She's on my team. We had our team Christmas party last night, and she won this bundle as one of the prizes, and this is hers, but I'm using it. So I'm not using the stamps and everything, but I'm just using the packaging to show you, so I don't have to dig mine out. But anyway, tomorrow, I am launching registration also. December's so busy, you guys, but I love it. I love it. I'm launching registration tomorrow for the Sending Love Mystery Craft box. It is a Valentine's Day themed box. You are not going to get to see any sneak peeks or any product or anything like that of the projects, but I will tell you that it's 8 projects this time. We've upped it. Instead of 6, we're doing 8, and I'm really, really excited about it. But this is our featured bundle. Now, this is a sneak peek. This is coming out in January. I believe January 6th is the date that the new mini catalog and new online exclusives launch. So anyway, get ready. If you're on my email list, you're going to get first dibs tomorrow when this opens. It'll probably go out I still have to make the registration. So if you don't see it in the morning, look for it in the afternoon. I did not forget. I just have to make the registration form still. But anyway, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's talk. I do have one more thing to show you. But let's talk about our bundle that we are going to craft with today, Peace on Earth. And I totally meant to look before we started. I believe that this bundle is, it is on the last chance list. It is currently unavailable, but it's because the dies are out of stock and Stampin' Up! Already had a shipment of the dies coming in. And that's what I forgot to look to see if they had come in or not. So let me pull that up really quick. But this is a really fun set. It's so like serene and beautiful. The DSP is gorgeous. It features mostly Secret Sea and Cloud cover. Two beautiful colors. They are our new in colors that came out in May. All right, I'm logging in. It's just taking its time because it's snowing outside. So things take longer, I guess. But anyway, so this is a really awesome set. It is photopolymer. We are only using 3 sentiments tonight. We're using every die except the labels, believe it or not. And I also did not use the envelopes, but you could easily add these in. Okay, this is loaded. Let me just double check. Peace on Earth is the name of the bundle, and it is still unavailable, but those dies are expected back. Let me double check. I think it was next week. Scroll. Yes, dies are expected back next week. So they do have the dies coming in still. There's also a hybrid embossing folder that goes with this. It's a really, really pretty set. So anywho, oh, I'm so glad you're looking forward to the cards today. I'm really excited. All right, so I wanted to show you because, you know, I just told you that we're actually using just a few elements from here, but I really like today's cards because you can swap out sentiments, and you can see, like, you've got Christmas sentiments, but they are not overly Christmassy, right? Like Peace on Earth, you'd probably only send that for Christmas. But you've got sympathy, you've got prayers, you've got hugs, right? So you can really use this set for a lot of occasions. And I was the lucky recipient of a lot of card ideas through swaps. So I wanted to show you those before we got started today. I will read. This one's from Sasha Wilson. If you'd like to take screenshots, you can. I left them in their cello bags because that's how I make sure I keep the card with them. Otherwise, sometimes they disappear. This one is from Judy Cottrell. These two are very similar. And look at just how pretty that is just by switching out those colors. So gorgeous. And this is that embossing folder in the background. You can see it better on Sasha's card. It like kind of leaves the middle area open with the label. It's so pretty. It's really, really pretty. This one is from my friend Monica Ghiberti. Super cute. Like, look at how cute that is as just a friendship card. This one is from Bernice Halleck. So cute. And she used some two-tone cardstock there as well. This one is so cool. I need to make a card like that. And this one is from Oksana Semenska. And there's the envelope in action. This one is from Lori Bradley. Oh, so cute. I know it's like blown out with the lights, but it's so pretty. This one is by Sean Perez. Also gorgeous. I love, love, love this one. This one is by Kayla Hagfors. Super pretty also. And so she did the DSP in a circle here. And then with the Spotlight on Nature die, she die cut out from the glimmer paper. Oh, and layered those. It's so cute. It's so pretty because this suite also has glimmer paper, and we are going to use that tonight. And last but not least, this one does not have a name, but also super duper pretty. So those are some swap cards using today's set. I want to show you now the cards. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Patty mentioned it at the beginning of the video, and I was like, we'll talk about it, and then I forgot. We've got free shipping coming, people. Free shipping tomorrow, December 10th through Friday, December 12th on orders of $75 or more, okay? And I do have something to show you. But anyway, let's look at the cards we're going to make tonight. Now, it's hard to see the texture on here, but this dove is actually done in white velvet. We have a velvet pack of paper, and so I did that dove in white velvet. We've got this beautiful card here as well. This is one of the ones where, again, you can just swap out that sentiment and use it for any time. We've got this beautiful card. This one I cased from Amy Condors. Several of the cards this week I did case from Pinterest, and I don't remember all of the people I cased from, but I do have those names on my blog post this week. And then this one too, so cute. So we are going to make these 4 cards tonight. And if you would like the card kits to make these at home, I'd love to send that to you as a free thank you gift for placing an order with me this week. So an order of $50 or more before tax and shipping and after applying any Stampin' Rewards, I'll get these kits in the mail to you next Tuesday the 16th. Might cut it a little close to Christmas, but you can just, you know, make them up and then have them for next year's cards, and then you started early. But this is our final week of Christmas crafting. Tears, sad face. I love Christmas crafting, and this is it for us probably this year. So yeah, beautiful cards. So you can head over to shop.stampwithmelissa.com to place your order, or click the link in the description of this video. And if you would like to see the supply list for this week, because I don't include embellishments or ribbons, you can go check that out. But otherwise, I'll show you the card kits tonight, but I do include DSP and all of that. And then, as I mentioned to you, and I haven't even opened this yet, as I mentioned to you, tomorrow, Wednesday, December 10th, through Friday the 12th, and Friday is the deadline to place your order for this class. If your order goes over $75, you're going to get free shipping from Stampin' Up. Now, they have told us that if you're ordering, don't what's the word I'm looking for? Don't plan on your order coming before Christmas. If it does, yay. But don't plan on that because they're about to get really swamped with this. And they are just now kind of like working on last week's orders coming out of Black Friday. So anyway, just have some patience with the warehouse getting everything shipped out. But $75 order gets you free shipping. And don't forget, if your order goes over $75, you want to claim your exclusive pack of the True Blue Florals Designer Series paper. This is part of our new product of the month offering. So super duper cute. I have not opened mine yet, but I'm going to be playing with it tonight. I did team up with other demonstrators. So, oh, that was weird. Did the camera just freak out for everybody else? Anyway, I teamed up with 11 other demonstrators, and we have committed to a full year of providing you with tutorials on using the product of the month. So around December 20th, for anybody who's placed that $75 order or more with me throughout the month of December, whether you claimed this paper or not, I am going to send you a PDF tutorial with all of the project samples. We've got scrapbook pages, we've got gift card holders, we've got cards, lots and lots and lots of ideas for you to use your brand new paper. So I'm excited to send that out to you, and I hope you're excited too. And anyway, let's go ahead and start today's cards. Hi, Joan. Thanks for joining. Okay, so for card number 1, here is what our card kit looks like. Now, I did do all of the die cutting ahead of time. There was, you know, it's a sentiment stamp set, so there was, yeah, we're not die cutting tonight. But I'll show you what I die cut. So you're going to have a cloud cover card base. You're going to have a secret C square. You're going to have a piece of basic white that is embossed, trying to pick that up in the light, embossed for you with the traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder. You're going to have a piece of DSP, and I will die cut this for you. This is an ornament from the Ornamental Christmas die set, and it's the Peaceful Garden DSP, so the DSP from the suite. And I will also have die cut for you, if I can grab it here. Oh my goodness gracious, everything is just staying connected. I cannot get this thing. There we go. The topper, or I always kind of I don't know, when I look at it like this, it reminds me of a Reese's peanut butter cup. But I'll die cut this for you out of the Peaceful Garden Glimmer paper in Secret C. How pretty is that? And then you're going to have a piece of Secret C to die cut out 2 leaves. These are in the bundle. And you're going to have a piece of velvet paper to die cut out, whoops, your dove. I wish you could like see the texture on this. It is just, oh, so soft. All right, so let's go ahead, and we are actually going to start with assembling because we are stamping our sentiment, but it's going right on our card base, so we need to get some layers down first. So I'm going to grab my seal and go ahead and add that to our basic white layer. Add lots of adhesive because it is embossed, so we've got all that texture. And this is going to layer on the Secret C mat. Okay, just like so. All right, then we can flip this over and add some adhesive to to the back of that and lay this on the card front. Now it's up to you how high or how low you want to do it. I can see my score line. I don't, it kind of picks up on the video. So I'm putting it closer to the top than the bottom, but it's not centered and I didn't measure anything. So just like that looks good to me. And then we can go ahead and fold and burnish. Now, we're making Christmas cards, right? It's a little bit late in the season. Not late in the season. It is not too late to make Christmas cards. Let me clear that up. But it's a little bit later in the season to make Christmas cards. So I kept them very simple this week. And the only ink pad we're using for all 4 cards today is Secrecy. So we're going to go ahead and ink up our sentiment, peace, love, and joy. And I'm going to get my head close here. And this is just going to get stamped right on that card front. I am rocking a little bit, but I know I didn't get ink on my block. If you got ink on your block, don't rock the stamp. Stamp that down onto the card front, and I love that it's photopolymer, so I made sure it was straight. All right, then we're going to adhere our little leaves here. I do not know why I cannot pick anything up today. Maybe it's just the pieces. Okay, so right here in kind of the open area where there's nothing embossed, I'm just going to put down some seal. My ornament is going to cover that later, so I'm not too worried about our exposed adhesive. And then we're just going to tack down our leaves here. If you like liquid glue, you can go ahead and add some liquid glue on the back. Oop, we need more seal. Add some liquid glue on the back of those to get those to stick down, but I am not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan. I will tell you though, my friend Deborah Harrison, when we were in Vegas for Backstage last month, she gave me the cutest liquid glue holder. And so now I kind of find myself using liquid glue a little bit more just so I can use the holder, and I'll show it to you in a second. You guys, is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? Oh my gosh. I'm a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh. She always gives me Winnie the Pooh themed gifts, and so cute. She got this from the Country Hive, which is a small business from Ashley. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I think it's Kufal. Anyway, it's the Country Hive. Highly recommend. She's so nice. I've met Ashley in person, but anyway, I have that sweet gift from Deborah, and now I like to use my liquid glue more than I used to. Because, yeah. Oh, that's so sweet, Mario. That is so sweet. All right, so I added some dimensionals to the back of our ornament, and we are going to stick that down right onto the center of our card, and then grab our topper, add some seal, and stick this down. Now, I didn't do any sort of twine or anything like underneath to show that it's an ornament, you know, with the loop. You can add that if you want, but I was like, it's fine. All right, and then we're going to add a couple of dimensionals to our dove. Peel off the backings and then stick this onto our card as well. If you wanted to do like the envelope or something in its mouth, you could do that as well. And then for this one, I am using the Charming Shimmer Faceted Gems here. We're going to use these for our embellishment, the Secret Sea ones. And big news here is that these are on the last chance list. So if you don't have them, they're a really good gem. I highly recommend them. You can see how much I love them. I think this is my second pack too. Anywho, so they're on the last chance list, so check that out, especially if you're placing your free shipping order. Check it out, because that last chance list is stock full of really great stuff. So yeah, she is a Minnesota girl. Yes, she is. Yeah, I love that about her too. But anyway, so that is card number 1. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys like it too. Okay, card number 2. We've got our beautiful Heartfelt Prayers card here. And let's take a look. I am going to give you DSP measurements for this. And be proud, I figured out all the measurements on my own. But I will share them with you so you don't have to figure them out on your own. All right, we've got a Secret Sea card base. We've got a basic white layer here. This is 5 by 3 3/4. You're going to have 2 pieces of DSP that are 3 3/4 by 1. 2 pieces of DSP that are 2.5 by 1. And then these I don't remember the measurements of, but we've got a Secret Sea layer here and a basic white layer for our sentiment. I just measured the middle, so I don't remember what those measurements are. But, you know, yeah, if you get the class to go, it'll be in the PDF, so you'll have the measurements ready for you. All right, we're going to grab our Secret C ink pad and ink up Heartfelt Prayers and stamp this down onto that basic white piece here. Okay, just like so. Close this up, and then look at that, we're already assembling. Okay, so I am going to start by adding a seal to the back of all the DSP strips. We could even use this side, that's so pretty. But they're kind of large flowers. I think they're hydrangeas, I don't know for sure. I'm not a botanist, so do not, if I ever say a flower, like if I say with confidence that a flower is a flower, just go with me, even if I'm wrong. Anywho. All right, so let's go ahead and we are going to attach these. So I'm going to just start layer by layer here, and I am just eyeballing the margins on the two sides that we're kind of, you know, going for here. So I'm just making sure it's like level, and then I just pulled it to the right a little. This would be a good time probably to use liquid glue, but you know, we like living on the edge sometimes. And I just don't fully push down until I'm confident with where it needs to go. And in this one, I actually am going to flip all the way around because I'm a right-handed person and I like to just... This one I make sure it's lined up with the edge of this DSP and with the edge of this DSP, and that looks good, so we'll just reinforce. How cute is that? What a great way to use up some DSP scraps as well. All right, add some seal to that, and then we can go ahead and layer this onto our card front and fold and burnish. So pretty. So pretty. I really like this pattern of paper too. You guys know I'm a sucker for like grid patterns. I love them. Okay, add some seal to the back of our sentiment and layer that onto the Secret C mat. And so when I was designing this card, I was going to just stamp the sentiment right here. And then I was like, no, we don't have dimensionals on this card. We can't do that. We need a whole nother layer. So now we'll add our dimensionals because we have to have dimensionals. I know I've made cards before that haven't had dimensionals on them, but it's very, very, very rare. All right, and then this just goes right in that little center here, and I just kind of make my way around this piece to make sure it looks pretty lined up. That looks good to me. And then I've got the beautiful Secret C ribbon here. You could use this, you could use the cloud cover ribbon, lots of options. You could use a white ribbon. And I'm just going to tie a knot with this. Well, it does make pretty bows. I didn't want anything too bulky, so I just tie a little knot and grab my ribbon scissors here, and we will just, whoops, go ahead and trim that down. And you can leave it, you know, as long or as little as you'd like. That looks pretty good. It's probably a little smaller than I should have cut it, but it's okay. We got it. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my glue dots. And I just like to flip it around sometimes, and I'm like, oh, that side is not as pretty as this side, so this is going to be the top. You know how it goes. All right, pick that off here, and then you can decide if you want those kind of bowed down or bowed up. I like them this way. So I'll just stick that onto the card there. And then I'm going to finish this one off. These are the muted palette dots, super duper pretty. We're going to use these ones. I don't know if these are technically supposed to be cloud cover because sometimes I think they're cloud cover. They match really well with this DSP, but other times I think they might be balmy blue. But anyway, they work really nice with this anyway. So we're going to use one big and one little to add to our card. And look at that. That's card number 2. I agree. This DSP is so pretty, and it's just, every pattern in this pack is a really good complement to another pattern, or to all of the other patterns, which usually like the DSP always complements, right? But sometimes you'll have like 2 patterns that don't really mesh together very well, and I just think this pack, it all just gels. It's so pretty. All right, here's card number 3. This one is so stunning. I love, love, love it. And let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so for this one, we've got a thick basic white card base. I went the opposite way this time, 4 1/4 by 11. Scored. You can't see the score line. The whites are so washed out in my video. I don't know if I changed the lighting or what. All right, then you're going to have a piece of DSP. I mean, come on, how pretty, right? Again, both sides so gorgeous. And maybe it's because there's only like 4 colors. I don't know. There's some misty in there. There's a brown. I don't know if it's pecan pie, I think it is. But anyway, we've got that, and then we've got this pattern that we used on the last card. Super pretty. You're going to have a little piece here, a strip of the Secret Sea glimmer paper, and I love this stuff because there's no glitter, right? It just doesn't come off. There's no residue. You're going to have a cloud cover circle die cut from the Spotlight on Nature dies. You'll have some basic white cardstock to die cut out both of your doves. And you're going to have some Secret Sea cardstock to die cut out. I call these the sprigs. I don't know. Are they like olive branches? I don't really know for sure. But anyway, you're going to die cut out a couple of those to go in the doves' beaks, mouths, whatever you want to say. Okay, so let's start with stamping. We're going to grab our circle and our Secret Sea ink, and we're going to stamp Peace on Earth. I did need, you guys, I did my calculations. I am going to have 4 extra Christmas cards this year. That's it. 4. So, like, I did pretty good on my Christmas cards. And, yeah, anyway, so I needed a couple more. So, we made some more this week. But, anywho, I'm excited about these ones. I'm excited to send them out. So, all right, so for this, what we're going to start with is our, you know what? We're going to actually fold our card base to start, just so it's easier to see on the video. And remember that our score line is at the top. Okay, and I'm going to start with that DSP strip, the smaller DSP, and we're going to add some seal. And then this is not directional, and I'm just going to go ahead, I'm putting my head kind of over this so I can see. Well, here, how do I want to do it? I'm going to do it to the side, maybe. And we're just going to attach this to the left side of the card front. Again, I'm kind of making sure it's lined up before I press down, and then I can press down. Now, for the next part, you have 6 left. That's awesome. Yeah, see, isn't it so fun when you, like, I was not counting all season long. It just worked out. I love it. Oh, blue's your favorite color. This is the sweet for you then, for sure. Okay, so then we want to add our glimmer paper, and you can either glue it right onto the back of this DSP and then glue this down, or you can glue it down here and then glue this down. I think I've done it both ways. I think for this card, I'm going to do it to the back of our DSP. So I just added a strip of seal on that back left. Go ahead and lay this down, and I am just going to eyeball to see if that's pretty much straight here. This way, if you do it this way, you have better control over how much is exposed. For this card, I adhered it straight down. This is the one I did for my reel that we'll post tomorrow. You'll see that. So this one I glued straight down to the card and then glued the DSP, and you can see there's more showing. So it really just depends on how much you want showing. Whatever method you want to do works just great. All right, and then we're going to add some seal to this. And I'm going to tilt this again to the side, and we're just going to go ahead and lay this down. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. I would rather trim off the bottom of the card than the top where our score line is. So I'm just going to make sure it's flush on that score line and on the top here, or really the right hand side, and do that. Because then, I mean, there's a little, I'll probably leave it. But if there was more, then it's easier to cut off this edge, I think, than this edge, because I'd get nervous. I'd cut, like, you know, accidentally cut the card base, and then you'd have a hole, and yeah, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and add some dimensionals to the back of our circle. Sometimes I do 5 on this circle, sometimes I do 3, I don't know. Depends on the day, right? And then we're going to add this to the card front, kind of like lower center. So go center and then go a smidge below that. Let me grab my silicone craft mat here. And we're going to grab our doves, and I'm going to add seal on basically like the dove's head. Okay, we're on the back side. Now the seal is going to be a little bit exposed here, and you can just roll it back with your fingers. And that way we can add these little sprigs right to the back. So I've got one there, and if you want, just go ahead and pop that side up so it's over the top. Whoops, over the top. Okay, and then same thing for this one. Just roll that back a little. Stick this down. Now a lot of this is going to be hidden, and that's all right. We just pop that over the top like that. So cute. And then on the back sides here, The head is going to be probably on the circle, and then the lower part of the bodies are going to be on the DSP, and those we need on dimensionals, right? So I'm going to add dimensionals on the I don't know, this dove. I'm going to call it the bigger dove just because the wings are spread. The bigger dove will add dimensionals like that. On the smaller dove, we will add one to the wing, and it doesn't quite fit on the tail, so we'll just kind of stick it around there. And you know what? Actually, I lied. We're going to take this one off because part of that tail is going to lay down on the circle as well. So just move this. I'm going to move this one over here. Okay. All right. And then we can go ahead and add these to the card front. So cute. And if you want, let's add some seal over here, because it is kind of like the side of the body that will stick down on that circle too. Oops. And your finger. And there. Oh, so cute. So cute. All right, and then we're going to finish this one. Now in this suite, we've got this awesome set of embellishments. These are the hues of blue flowers. That is so hard to say. I always want to say hue of blue or hues of blues. But we're going to use these ones right here. Again, I think they're supposed to be cloud cover. We'll use one big right there and one little right there. And that is card number 3. What do you think of this one? I think this might be my favorite of the cards that we make today. It's just so pretty, and I love just that little peek of the glimmer paper there. So pretty. All right, let's go on to our 4th and final card here. Super duper simple, easy peasy, stunning. Love it. If you need more Christmas cards, this one would be a really great template to follow. This center DSP section is 3x4, so you can get 12 out of a pack of DSP or a sheet of DSP, so that's really awesome too because there's no waste. So, all right, for this one, we've got a thick basic white card base. We've got a piece of the Misty Moonlight, I believe it's supposed to be Misty, glimmer paper. It's more of a royal blue than traditional Misty Moonlight, but I think it's supposed to be Misty. But anyway, we've got a basic white mat here. We've got a piece of the DSP. This is, like I said, 3x4. I love this side too. And then you're going to have a strip of basic white for the sentiment. So let's stamp the sentiment first. We'll pull in our Secret Sea ink again, and then our same sentiment that we used on the first card, Peace, Love, and Joy. And ink that up, and I'm getting my head over this because I'd rather only cut one way. Go ahead and stamp that. So I stamped it towards the top. Ooh, that's crooked. I'm going to flip it and do it again because I'm going to trim this with my trimmer, and I would rather only cut the bottom than cut the top too. If you catch my drift, you know what I mean saying. So let's close that, and then I'll pull in my trimmer. And I just line this up. I don't really measure it. It's probably 1/2 inch-ish, a little less than. I don't really measure when I trim down my sentiments. I just kind of eyeball it and go for it. And then I'm going to put this maybe on the 3/8 inch line and cut a slight angle. That was not a very deep angle. Let's try it again. Okay. And then flip this around, and I line up the edge of the P on the 3/8 inch line. And I match my angle over here so it's parallel with the grid lines, and just cut again. Then because I'm me, I see that little tiny, sliver in there, so I have to get it out. Otherwise it gets stuck in the gutter. So, all right. Let's go ahead and assemble our card. So we're going to start with that DSP. Add some seal to the back, and then layer this onto that basic white mat. I love adding that basic white behind. It just pops off that glimmer paper. Add some seal, and then this is going to adhere to that glimmer paper. And I left a larger margin here so we can see more. And if you want to, you could gut out the middle of the glimmer paper too, like just cut out a whole section and have that for something else later if you're die cutting something out of it or whatever. Then we're going to add some seal here and layer this onto the card front. There's schmutz on my card base. There we go. So layer that. I'm going about middle in the card portrait. And maybe 1/4 of an inch from the edge, the right edge of the card, so there's a little bit more space on that left-hand side. But it's pretty much centered up and down here. So, okay, and then we're going to take our sentiment and add some dimensionals. All right, so there's one, and I left my sentiment just big enough that the full-size dimensionals work. Otherwise, you can use minis or cut your edges, whatever you want to do. And this is where I like to play. Now, this one looks pretty good right here. I didn't really want to cover a dove's face, so this looks pretty good to me because it's not covering the face. So go ahead and attach that like so. Grab our white baker's twine and tie a bow with that. Okay, and then I just kind of, wow, that barely needs any adjusting. That's like 1 in a million. I just kind of look and make sure my bows look like they're the same size, or both sides look like they're the same-ish, and that rarely happens that they are, but I don't know. It worked out this time. All right, add that to a glue dot. Now it's twisting. It was like, it's too good to be true. And we're going to add that kind of below the word piece here. Of course, you can move it wherever. All right, and then to finish this one off, we are going to use our In Color pearls. We've got Secret Sea here. We have these in all 10 of the In Colors. This pack here is the newest set, so the 2025 to 2027 In Colors. We also have a pack for the 2024 to 2026 In Colors. So we've added one of each size there, and that is card number 4. What do you think of this one? Oh, you agree with me that number 3 is your favorite? I know they're all beautiful, but I do really like number 3. All right, let's pull in all of the cards. Look at how quick and easy these ones came together today. Just what we need in a very busy December, right? Is fast Christmas cards that we can get done really quick when we realize we're like 10 short. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody. I appreciate all your kind words. And this suite, you can tell, these are pretty simple cards. This suite does a lot of that work for you. It is just so pretty. It's so pretty. And it's on the last chance list, so grab it while you can. I know that the bundle's not available yet until next week. Fingers crossed, sometimes things come in stock on like Thursday. So if you're waiting for the bundle and you want to maybe try to order it during free shipping, I would just turn on those out of stock notifications. You'll get an email as soon as it's back in stock, and then you can add it to your cart. Hopefully it would come in before free shipping is over. I hope. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. As a reminder, if you would like these card kits to make these cards at home, I'm happy to send them to you as a free thank you gift from me with an order in my online store this week. So a $50 order before tax and shipping, and after any Stampin' Rewards are applied, I will send you the 4 card kits for these projects. You also do get access to a PDF tutorial that has the pictures, the measurements, the supplies, and the instructions all included. Of course, my Incredible Crafters team, you get access to all of my PDFs for free, so you can go ahead and download it right now if you want to. But anyway, thanks so much for joining. You love card number 1. I know, I really like card number 1 too. Maybe 1 and 3 are my favorites. I don't know. This one I really like because it's a great way to use up scrap DSPs, and this one is a really nice layout. So I don't know. I really like all of them. But anyway, all right. Well, thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to get registered for the craft along. Join my email list so that just join my email list so you're up to date on all of the class registrations. I do also send out reminders for my weekly class to go, and this week is Peace on Earth. But otherwise, that's it for Christmas cards for this year. We'll revisit next year, which is only a few weeks away. But anywho, next week we are going to play with the Cake Day bundle because I need to replenish my birthday card stash, and you might need to too after, I've focused mainly on Christmas cards these last few months. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you again next week. Reach out anytime with any questions you have. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.